Everybody just a high and by to feel like them a dear one. True, me no remember them. Them as a me change. Tell them me you're the same man. Do you remember me? No, I don't. Where were you when my mama hungry? My out. Yeah. Do you remember me? Me no recall. None of them never make a call. Did them get a...
Welcome to my channel once again. Today I'm here to just speak to you guys about YouTube. I mean, it's been a while. The last video I did addressing my YouTube journey and all of that was my actual YouTube journey video, and so I found the need to address the whole, YouTube related stuff. No, just because questions about it have been increasing since the recent times. All sorts of questions and remarks and stuff like that, and I just want to share with you some tips that I have in mind, for people that have been contacting me about starting their own channel and stuff like that. So let's just jump straight into it. So first off, let's just talk a little bit about me and my journey. I have a YouTube journey, like in-depth video here on my channel, so you guys can check that out. I'll attach the link for that down below. I did that video quite some time ago, but I mean, the information is still helpful because that explains to you guys how it really was for me when I just started out. As a matter of fact, you guys can check out, if you guys are interested in know like the details about my journey and how I got started on YouTube, check out the video that I'm gonna attach below. I did this video like sometime last year. At the time I think I was like around 14k or something, and I was just so overwhelmed because at the moment I just started to grow and I couldn't understand what was happening, but I started to grow even more and it was so rapid. So I was just sharing with you guys how I started out in YouTube and all of that. So check out that video, guys. I often get questions about me and my YouTube channel and how I really managed to do it and all of that stuff. So what I want to start off with first is, I'm not gonna go in any particular order. I don't have anything written down or anything. I'm just speaking to you guys straight from the top of my head. Okay, so the number one thing I want to address is that people can take YouTube as a job or take YouTube in general for granted. I just listen and observe the way that people actually view it. Some people don't believe it's a real job because all you do is make videos and upload it, and I guess they make such they give such feedback because they don't quite understand the work that it actually takes to film a video, to edit a video, to be inspired, to do a video, to actually create and produce a quality video. It's work. It's not the easiest thing to think about original content and new content to provide to your viewers frequently. And I know that can be a struggle sometimes. To tell you the truth, guys, I face that a lot of times, even though I work with a schedule, because I use a schedule so I can push myself. So I upload every Monday, Wednesday and Friday to push myself, because if you do not stay frequent on your channel, people will get bored and they will no longer watch you. There's so many YouTubers within the YouTube community that it's that easy for somebody to get bored with your channel and just move on to the next YouTuber. Like, if you do not use something to grab your viewers and stay connected with them and interact with them and keep them entertained, boom, it's easy for them to move on. So and that's a lot of work. You need to make sure that when you're going to enter this community, the initial thing I always stress on to people is that just make sure you have a passion for it. I don't believe, honestly, I feel, this is just me, this is just my opinion, so please don't come for me. I just believe that I don't think you should start a YouTube channel if you're not gonna have a passion for what you're about to produce. People believe that it's that easy to make money off YouTube, and trust me, it's really not. It took me a very long time, I can tell you. And even when you do start making money, it doesn't just you don't start making a ton of money. Like, it's not like I don't make $20,000 a month off YouTube. I don't like, probably somebody with millions of subscribers do, or hundreds of thousands of subscribers. Yes, they're eligible to make that much money, but it doesn't happen overnight. That's the main point. That's the main thing I'm trying to point out to you guys. And so what I've realized is that since recent time, a lot of people been like DMing me, emailing me about them starting their YouTube channel. Hey Petite, you know, I recently started my YouTube channel and I just like to find out, you know, I posted a video over there and I just like to find out how much is it for you to repost it on your page. Now, I do understand that you would love a little bit of, you know, push and, you know, somebody to really help you through your journey, but that's really not the way to go. That's not the way to go. To pay for publicity for your YouTube channel, I don't think it's worth it, honestly. Because, okay, if you're going to make a YouTube channel just to promote your business, I don't know, probably that's a different category, but make sure you love what you're doing. You don't need to pay to get views. That's dishonest. Like, it took me a long time to start growing. It took me a very long time. It took me a lot of work. When I started out, I didn't have the resources. I mentioned this in my initial YouTube journey video. I did not have the resources. It didn't happen overnight for me. I didn't always have the like most professional software, you know, to edit my videos. It took time. It took work. It took like sleepless nights, literally. I kid you not. There are nights that I'll stay up, I'll be editing straight up until 5 o'clock in the morning just to make sure that I get a YouTube video to my liking. Because sometimes, you know, your machine might crash or stuff like that, and sometimes you want to start a YouTube channel and you don't have the necessary resources, and you know, you stress yourself. I did not do that. You know what I always tell myself? You know what, if I don't have something, I'm just gonna make use of what I do have until I reach a point where I actually get what I want. You get me? So if I want a big, right now I'm filming, I'm not even using a DSLR camera, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people believe that you only can start a YouTube channel if you have a DSLR camera or the latest camera. No, this is my third camera that I've used to film my YouTube videos, and this is actually my vlogging camera. This is my Canon G7X. It's good. I think it's good quality, you know, but you know, it's just levels. Eventually, yes, I'll get myself a DSLR camera. I just don't have one yet. You know, I just don't have one yet. Some things you don't need to stress. You learn and you realize that you really don't need to stress those things as much as you do. And as I said, I just don't believe you should be paying anybody. Because even if you go to, like, as I said, people are asking me how much I charge, how much I would charge them to repost their video on my page. I don't think it's worth it. And I just don't think that's the way to go. I think it's just easy life. Like, I worked really hard.
For me, I wasn't like, oh my gosh, I need to get this out because I need to get the views and I need to get money and I need to this, and I did it. I do all this initially because it's fun and I love seeing, like, I just love watching. Like, I know I'm not the best, I'm still learning, I have a lot to learn, but when I watch other YouTubers that create, you know, great content, it inspires me so much that all I want to do is just, you know, try to go and produce something for myself and say, oh my gosh, you know, yes.
I always practice, no matter where I reach. You guys might be there watching me now and saying, but Petite, you do makeup so well. There's still stuff that I come down hard on myself with at times, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to do this better, I need to do that better. And you know, I'm like, you know, eventually I'll get it. Anything that I don't feel like I'm that good at, I always practice. I keep on practicing, because the more you practice, the better you get. And it's kind of like that with your YouTube. As time goes along and you keep on uploading new content, over time your content can only be better if you're really that passionate about it. if you're really passionate about what you're putting out on YouTube and about being a YouTuber, then success is inevitable. Like, you will be nothing but successful, guys. I live here in I live in Jamaica, right? I live in the Caribbean. Yes, a lot of you guys are often confused as to what nationality I am. You don't understand what my accent is. I am Jamaican, okay? I might not talk raw chop pakwa or whatnot. That's just me. Sometimes I bust a one pakwa yes and this yeah, but I'm not gonna. That's just me. I speak standard English as well, okay? Oh, here in Jamaica, YouTube isn't that recognized. It's a struggle out here. It is a struggle. When I tell you guys it's difficult because how is it difficult? Okay. So first of all, Jamaica isn't really a qualified country, I would say, where being a YouTuber and living here is concerned. Like, for instance, the Jamaican custom system, it's horrible. I'll just put that right out there. It's horrible. It is horrible. So when a company is trying to send me stuff, like, people often come to me and say, so how do you go about this? How do you get your stuff in internationally? Like, what shipping service do you use? Now, I spoke about this in my vlogs many of times before, but I've never really went in detail about it. I usually use a company by the name of Ship Me, which I no longer use because now the customs, the Jamaican customs, I guess they've collaborated with them, and so things have become more difficult to get your packages in. And if you're a Jamaican and you're watching this, you understand what I mean. When you get stuff from abroad, it's rather very expensive to clear them. It's almost the same amount that you purchased the item for to clear it. And to me, that's madness. You know, to me, that's madness, and I don't believe it's fair. And so, me being a YouTuber, a lot of times I just get stuff to review. And so if you're considering to be a YouTuber and you want to take that route, like where you want to do reviews and stuff, that can be a con. And sometimes you just have to find ways to go around it. You just have to really, like, find ways to go around it. That's as much as I can say. I no longer use Ship Me, okay? So that's that. Another issue I face is, like, when I interact with people on a day-to-day basis, it's like, you tell them you're a YouTuber. Okay, so what do you actually do? I'm a YouTuber. Does that even pay you? So that's a struggle, dealing with people and their reaction towards you being a YouTuber. Now, there isn't a lot of Jamaican YouTubers out there. For the few that are out there, y'all would understand what I'm talking about. Another thing I would mention to you guys is mean comments. You know, me personally, the other day I got a DM from, you know, a young lady. She was asking me, how do I deal with negative comments from people, both about my YouTube channel and me being a makeup artist? And I tell you, you know what, I don't deal with it. I really don't deal with it. I do not tolerate negativity. I don't tolerate negativity. So that's just me. If you, let me tell you, you have to be really strong when you are doing YouTube. You see, if you're not, trust me, you don't want to really let that get you down, because if you allow it to, you will stop. Eventually you will stop making videos. People can be really mean in their comments, but initially when you just start and you're getting it, trust me, it will be, it's like you'll feel it the most at that point. And over time you kind of learn to deal with it, even though it still hurts, but you learn to deal with it more. I feel like I'm learning to deal with it each and every day. Like, I don't feel like I won't stay here and tell you guys that, oh my gosh, I really don't care. Like, they'll tell me to kill myself, and like, it does hurt sometimes when you see it, but hey, what can you do? Like, this might be a, you know, I don't know, it might be a crazy person, you know. Yeah, listen, you have all types of people in the world, and if you should, everybody's not the same, and you can't pay attention to each and every comment that's thrown at you, negative comment that's thrown at you, because if you do, you're gonna allow that to get to you, and it's going to demotivate you from doing what you truly want to do. You cannot allow negativity to get you down. So when I get negative comments, best believe, no matter how much I grow, if you're going to come and be super disrespectful to me, I'm just not going to deal with it. I'm going to block you. If you really don't rock with me, if you're not supporting me, if all you're doing is bashing me, why are you watching the video? You know, it's very simple. You know, click off the video and move on to the next video. It's as simple. Because some people, they enjoy putting other people down, and that's just the truth. That is the reality. I don't get a lot of negative feedback from people, but when I do not tolerate it. So that's that. But so far so good. It's been good being a YouTuber, and I'll say anybody out there wanting to start a channel, I'd recommend that if you want to start your own channel, at least have the correct resources. Be passionate about what you're about to film, as I stressed before in this video, earlier on in this video. Please be passionate about it. Do not expect somebody else to spoon feed you. Research is really important where YouTube is concerned. I'm still growing, I'm still learning. I'm not the biggest YouTuber, I'm nowhere near that. You have YouTubers out here with millions of subscribers, okay? I'm grateful for each and every one that I have, and I hope to reach, you know, way further than where I'm at right now. I'm just super optimistic about where my channel can reach, because I'm willing to put in the work. So that's one thing you must be willing to do. You must be ready to work. A lot of people start it and end up stopping because they're like, you know, initially I said I wanted to do a YouTube channel, and then I didn't know that it was that difficult, you know. And I just want to really level with you guys. It's not a pushover job. It's not like a regular job, but it's definitely not one of the easiest jobs. It's not easy. Trust me, even a vlogger and y'all, if you follow me in my vlog channel, you would know this. It's not even easy to vlog. And vlogging, you're just holding a camera and vlogging your everyday life. It's not easy to do that either. So anything at all that you're about to come on YouTube and do, just be prepared to put in some work, because if you want good quality, if you want the support or the level of support that you're looking for, or you want to reach a certain level, trust, you're going to have to put out the effort. And once you do, it definitely will show, and your subscriptions and views and, you know, support, it, all of that will reflect that. So just be mindful of all of that. Be serious about it, because to me sometimes I feel like people just take it for granted. I didn't have anybody to go to and ask them, oh my gosh, come and help me edit a video, oh my gosh, come and help me film a video. I didn't have anybody. Everything I've ever done up to this day, I've done it by myself. I got help on the way, and I mentioned all of that within my initial YouTube journey video. So definitely guys, just check that out, because I had a lot more details, okay? And a lot of people nowadays want to become a YouTuber, but they just don't expect that it's this much work. And when they do find out that it's this much work, it's like they back away from it, because they're like, oh my gosh, I didn't know that this was the amount of work that I was about to do. It doesn't even seem that serious. Then if it's not that serious, why do you want to do it? Yeah, because it looks cool and people are finding out each and every day that you make money from it. But it doesn't, you trust me, nothing that good in life, you don't get it that easily. That's basically it for this video, guys. For more details and stuff, details on my journey and all of that, just to check out my initial YouTube journey video. The link is down below in the description box. So I'll see you guys in my next video, okay? Oh, by the way, if you guys are interested in seeing this makeup look, I have a tutorial for it. It's down below in the description box as well, so check that out. All right, so I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.
They do what we are reason, but where we are come from. Me telling me I fly out a morning because of the hit songs. Me tell him say a company sign me and them a give me about 30 million. Me coulda see it now myself. You never happy for me. Make people so bad, my